Hello, this video is about the suffix phobia, which I first noticed when I was looking into transgenderism, and people were calling anyone critical of it transphobic. And now, the word phobic, as we know, it means an irrational fear. And if you're critical of transgenderism, your fears about it are not irrational. Your fears are perfectly sound and reasonable. But one of the other terms that we see floating around is Islamaphobia. And so I think I wanted to look into where did this come from? What was the genesis of this term? These things, again, they never appear out of a vacuum. So I had to look into it this morning, and it turns out that the term seems to come from, or at least it was popularized by the Runnymede Trust, which wrote a paper in 1997 called Islamaphobia, A Challenge for Us All. And the Runnymede Trust was started by Anthony Lester, who is a British politician who worked for the Labour Party and the Social Democratic Party and the Liberal Democrats. And he started the Runnymede Trust with a guy named Jim Rose. He started it with Jim Rose. And I don't know much about either of these people, but I do know that the Runnymede Trust, with just a brief look at their website here, is saying that for more than 50 years we have worked tirelessly for racial justice in Britain. But meanwhile, in 1997, they came up with this paper called Islamaphobia, A Challenge for Us All. I also found something that said it was initially spoken into the lexicon in 1922. I will link all of the things that I found below. My point in making this video is that when the word phobia is used as a suffix, it's generally used to be tacked onto words so that you can attack other people for having any kind of critical thought about these things. This trend of tacking phobia onto the ends of words, I think, came from homophobia, which this article I thought was very interesting, that I'll link below. But it claims that the Muslim Brotherhood wanted to borrow it. It said, "The way we know that the Brotherhood origin story is almost certainly true is that we have a witness to confirm the actual event. Abdur Rahman Muhammad, a former Islamist, claims he was present at the meeting where members of the International Institute for Islamic Thought decided to emulate the homosexual activists who used the term homophobia to silence critics. That the IIIT and Muslim Brotherhood are allied was later proven by FBI reports. They revealed that several of the IIIT founders and directors were Brotherhood members. Hence the term Islamophobia was born." So I will link this. And then, of course, there's the famous speech that Bush did right after 9/11 that claimed that Islam was a religion of peace.
These acts of violence against innocents violate the fundamental tenets of the Islamic faith. The face of terror is not the true faith of Islam. That's not what Islam is all about. Islam is peace.
A total reversal, a total inversion of what I believe their holy book stands for. And we just have to keep in mind that, being a thought criminal these days it's a little risky, it's a little dangerous, but it's important that we question these terms and we understand where they come from. Thank you for listening.